Hey everybody, just wanted to welcome you guys back to my channel, GS Ballard, and do a quick shoe review and a video to keep everybody in the loop about my footwear. So as some of you know that have followed along with my Facebook page and the renovation of the schoolhouse over the last couple of years, may have seen pictures of me with a boot on or soaking my foot or either foot in ice, bruised and battered, and that's because while I was working on the schoolhouse, on two separate occasions on two separate summers, I broke my foot and was in a boot for a number of weeks. So I've been agonizing over my footwear and trying to find the right shoe for me, for my hiking needs, and something that's going to be comfortable over time. Some of you may know as well that I'm a phys ed teacher and a shoe head, I guess, sneaker head, you might call it. So there's a lot of different shoes that I have tried over the years to make sure that I'm comfortable throughout the day and they can perform in various different sporting activities. So I'm going to start with sneakers first, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about boots. So I'm going to reach all the way back here in the back corner. I'm going to reach for these Nike Free Run sneakers. Now, when I first started working in the fitness career, I was always about my Nike Free Runs because they're very comfortable. They have a lot of give and movement in the foot, and they were very lightweight. So I absolutely love these shoes. Not a big supporter or fan of Nike as much anymore, but I do wear these occasionally because of the comfort factor. Now, I have tried a few different shoes over the years, including these Saucony or Saucony, whatever you prefer. I love the feel of these. They're very comfortable, but the durability just didn't last. The style's okay. I'm not too crazy about them, but I do think they're comfortable, and I have wore them a number of times. But my go-to sneaker for the last probably 3 or 4 years has been the Adidas UltraBoost. There's not a whole lot of stability with maybe some of the knit outer or upper, I guess it's called, and I've gotten over that. It's still very comfortable. I get them maybe a size smaller, that they're tight, but love these. And this is my, I think, 4th pair of UltraBoost. So love those, and will continue to wear those for my teaching needs. I did, however, staying with sneakers, buy a pair of the Salomon Speed Cross 5s, and they have the speed lace on them. They have the aggressive tread. I've had these for about maybe 8-10 months, maybe a year, and have tried to not put too much wear and tear on them because I do want to hike in these at some point on the trail. I've taken them all over the place and wore them actually even in the gym, outside, hiking, biking, walking, and those will be coming with me as well at some point on the trail. So I covered sneakers, but I am starting in March, so I did look at some boot type and crossovers and talk about those real quick.
I think you have too many shoes. Shut up! I think you have too many shoes. Shut up!
Right down here in the very end, the biggest, the heaviest, the warmest. I'm notorious for having cold feet, and a few years ago I found these. They're the Colombia Titanium line. They're the Out Dry waterproof. They have 600 grams of insulation. They have a huge wide toe box. This is actually the second pair that I bought. I did wear my first pair out snowshoeing, and I got a small rip in the material in the foot. I sent them back. So I ended up getting a pair that was smaller. These are 9.5. And I really enjoyed them, so I bought them, and I wear these around the city when I'm walking the dogs and the snow's deep. If I have to go to work and wearing boots, these are the ones I go to. But I also have a pair that are 10.5, and accommodate another couple extra pair of socks, and these are my honey boots. But I will not be taking those on trail. I have hiked in the past and different Columbia boots as well as some North Face boots. The North Face were high tops. These are about mids. I do like some extra ankle support, and that's why I contemplated, these trail runners, because there's not a lot of ankle support and kind of leaves me feeling a little bit vulnerable with the foot injuries I've had in the past. I love these. They're not necessarily very light. They're leather. They're okay, but they're not great as far as comfort goes. So I will not be taking these on trail either. However, I have picked up a pair of the Terrex Gore-Tex Adidas UltraBoost hiking boots. And I've wore these for probably at least since the fall. And I put a number of hours in them, not only hiking, but bow hunting. The sole has kind of discolored from rubbing, and the tread's really not that aggressive, but they are warm, they are waterproof. I have them in the rain at different times, and it's really held up well. The outer isn't repelling water as much as it used to, but I believe the inner sock is the Gore-Tex part, and that's been keeping my feet nice and warm in all sorts of weather and rain. And I have submerged these up past the zipper line, and they seem to be working well. These were the other consideration, and these are the Adidas Gore-Tex. They do have laces, and I switched those regular laces out for a speed lace system. I have been wearing these to work for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I did have another pair that was a size 10, 10 and a half, and it just felt a little too sloppy on my foot. I ended up exchanging them and getting a 9.5, which is what I wear my daily sneakers, my phys ed wear. I like them a little bit tight, but I know that does not accommodate for socks. I have had 2 or 3 pairs of socks in these, and they seem to work well with some toe room. The toe box isn't super wide, but it is an UltraBoost. It's very comfortable. They have more aggressive tread than I believe the other Terrex boots that I showed you just a little bit. So these are a strong consideration. So that is my quick shoe review on what I'm going to be starting with. It's either the Terrex Gore-Tex Zip Up, and these are ColdWear, ColdReady boots. The Terrex Gore-Tex Tie-Ins, UltraBoost as well, or the Salomon Speedcross 5 Trail Runners. So those will be the 3 that I'm going to contemplate starting with. Again, the first 2 on these 2 have a little bit more ankle support. And as long as I'm talking about it, I do have a number of pair of Darn Tough socks that I'm contemplating which pair and how many to take. I do have a pair of Smart Wool socks that I've used hunting for a number of years. These are super warm, and I will be taking these most likely for camp socks. And I do have a pair of the, I believe they're direct shell waterproof socks. So I am taking these. I have wore them in actually all 3 pairs of shoes, and with an extra layer underneath, and sometimes just on their own. Still considering them. Have to wait until I get on trail to see. And just as a last note, I will be wearing some knee sleeves. I know it doesn't have anything to do with my footwear, but this is something else I'm taking through a lot of different sports throughout the years, and being on my feet daily, I do have some knee issues. I wouldn't call them injuries, but they do tighten up quickly after I stop moving. So hopefully these neoprene sleeves will keep my knees warm, give me some stability and peace of mind, as well as some of the high top or mid-high sneakers. So that's a quick sneaker review and footwear sock review for you guys. I hope that you guys are still following along, and looking forward to having you guys for some more videos. Until then, I'll see you next time. Take care.